The ending note of your song can be one of the most powerful moments in your entire piece. And regardless of what happens in the middle of your piece, your audience is guaranteed to pay attention to the first note and the last note. So I love talking about how to do your ending notes because it's something we don't talk about a lot, but it's going to make such a difference in your performances. So for the ending note, you want to think about what type of impression you want to leave your listener with. Now there is a lot of variety when it comes to ending a song, but I'm going to break it down into 3 options. You've got your slow fade, your drama pop, and your zinger. And your zinger comes in lots of options, like up bow or down bow zingers or tremolo zingers. Now these are all meadowlarkisms, so if you go and tell a performer that you loved the zinger, they probably won't know what you're talking about. So let's discuss each type of those ending notes. The slow fade is great for slower, lyrical pieces with long notes at the end. And usually you have a ritardando leading up to the ending note, and in classical music you might also have some words like morendo. So a slow fade is like turning the volume knob down. And to do that on the violin, you want to end on a down bow, and as you go to the tip, you want to push your bow gradually towards the contact point closer to the fingerboard and reduce the weight. Now you usually want to have pretty slow bow speed, but that also depends on the style of the song that you're playing. So like this. It's actually really fun to practice this and see just how quiet you can get while still playing and still maintaining a decent tone. Now here's the most important point about slow fades. Once the bow leaves the string, you must hold that position with your bow hovering over the string and don't move until the sound has dissipated. It's the difference between this and this. If you hold your position, it pretty much makes the audience hold their breath until you break that position, and that's the magic. For all of these endings, you can have variations. So you might not always want to do such a long, drawn-out slow fade. You might want more of a fast fade, where the sound is just released at the end. And that's an important word to consider. When you are ending a piece, it's not about stopping your bow or stopping the sound. You are releasing the sound. Next up is the drama pop, not to be confused with the drama sniff that you do at the beginning of your piece. Now the drama pop is simply a short, quick note, usually with a little bit of an accent at the beginning. And like a slow fade, part of the magic here is what you do after the bow leaves the string. So you want to keep whatever motion you have started going to let that sound dissipate. Last up is my favorite, the zinger. Now the zinger usually starts soft with relatively slow bow speed, then you make the note swell by increasing the bow speed very quickly, and then you whisk the bow off the string, like this. So the first part of the zinger, you want to make sure you're really saving your bow, so you're not spinning too much, so that when you do start that swell, you've got a lot of bow to work with. And zingers can be down bow, or they can also be up bow. Remember, you wanted to continue that motion, whether you're doing down bow, you want to continue the motion, kind of make a circle this way, and if you're doing up bow, you want to continue that motion and make kind of a counterclockwise circle this way with your arm. The flair is very important, so make sure you do it. The last variant is the tremolo zinger. Now, a tremolo is a bow stroke played at the tip of the bow where you kind of shake your fingers or tremble them very quickly, like this. Now, this type of ending is really a tremolo, a zinger, and a drama pop kind of all rolled into one. So normally you start a tremolo at the tip, but for these ending tremolos, you can start them actually a little bit more in the middle because you're going to use really fast bow speed to get to the tip on the down bow. And then you're going to start a quiet tremolo. Now for the zinger part, you swell that tremolo, make it a little bit louder and use a little bit more bow. And that's going to help you because it's going to get you a little further down the bow. And then you do a zinger at the end, one bow that takes you all the way to the tip. Okay, so it sounds like this. Now these zingers are pretty intense, but you can also have zingers that are much more subtle. For instance, here, I add in just a little fast bow speed right at the end, just for a little emphasis, and then I release the bow. Watch the second violin part here. This is the Laura on the right. It's a long note for the end, so it's a little bit of a slow fade, but watch my body language at the end and listen. You'll hear a little bit of a swell and a very subtle zinger, and then I release the sound. And of course, it's all about how you end it, so make sure you end it with a smile.